Hello and welcome to another episode of Silver and Steel. We are your Tuesday night crew -2. I just thought of that on the cuff, and although I delivered it very happily, I want you all to know that don't worry, Meagan and Todd are safe. They're just taking some time for themselves today, and we wish them all the best. And now it's just the four of you trapped with your dungeon master
own brains.
Yeah.
On
the internet.
We who are about to die salute you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just want to say, Jen, you look very lovely and very festive today.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. I can see you in a rom-com.
True.
Coming in from the snow.
Trying to save me, the disgruntled CEO of a company, from hating Christmas. Trying to reignite.
I'm here for it.
Spirit.
I went straight Pride and Prejudice, like actively rejecting Mr. Darcy is what I was. That is the.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I did do Romeo and Juliet during quarantine. That happened. So.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a great production too.
That was fun. That was really fun. But I'll go for it. I'm here for the rom-coms. Sure, why not? I'll take any happy ending in the world, like right now. With the world
Romeo and Juliet is not at all a happy ending.
No, it's not. But arguably both a comedy and a tragedy, depending on Shakespeare nerd hiding.
It is pretty funny when you think of like the irony, where you're like, oh.
See, to me, that's the split between Romeo and Juliet and A Midsummer Night's Dream. They're the same story. It just works out in one of them.
Yeah, one has a sequel attached. Yeah. Well, and Midsummer is a little sketchy at the end. Not everybody has their full faculties back.
It's the 16th century. Yeah, it's fine,
See, now I was going a different direction. We were talking about a rom-com. I'm like, is today's episode now like a rom-com?
Yes.
Or
it's a musical too.
It's not. I'll jazz hands.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me get the oboe. Hold on up, time. I am not warmed up in that way. Oh dear. Listen, I've told you before, I'm not a bard.
Silver and Steel. I'm ready.
It's like
I'm
really
ready.
funny coming from you saying you're not a bard.
Yeah, there's a part of my brain that's not a bard, and she is not at all musical, and it's weird.
Not all bards have to sing.
Not all bards have to sing.
And that's good because I don't.
Dancers.
I mean, I never thought it, but in Monster Hunter, I'm a bard. I hit people with a giant bagpipe.
I love those bagpipes.
Yeah,
I suck at them in Monster Hunter, but they're so much fun.
I'm a hunting horn main, so I'm usually like making funny noise while I smack around dinosaurs with a giant. And fun fact, audience, Monster Hunter is one of my like touchstones for this campaign. So if you ever see our party fighting something really big using technology that's kind of steampunky / cobbled together using giant bones and nails.
So what you mean is literally tonight. Great.
So what you're saying is when we go after Katsala, we all need to have the giant bone swords that are made out of different parts of other monsters, and I need to get a set of bagpipes. Okay.
I'm just saying,
we need to find that bard.
I will go full Cloud Strife with Freely. Just give me like a 7-foot great
just a
sword.
buster sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait, can Freely use martial weapons?
Of course. There is nothing my young lad cannot
What class
do.
does Freely not have?
Yeah.
The skills are there.
And we don't need summons. We've got Penelope. She'll just turn into awesome things.
Yeah.
True.
It works in so many ways. Now I'm thinking of what all of your Monster Hunter weapons would be, but we're not going to do that today because we're not playing Monster Hunter today. But I am going to say Penelope would 100% be an insect glaive main.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing the flipping around in the air.
And like throwing the bug and having it like, bring back essences. Yeah. Sorry. It's like
welcome to Silver and Steel, where we just
like
talk
Todd
totally have one night where we just hang out and talk about this stuff.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Todd's not here, so whatever we want.
Steer us back on.
Like mom and dad went out, so yeah.
Kids are running the party.
Yeah.
True.
Which probably means they're going to show up in the middle of the show and yell at us.
As the best, I'm like, next stop, I'm going over to the town hall and burning it to the ground. Is what Freely's going to do. Like, yeah, I'm unattended.
I'm unattended. Oh my god.
No.
That would be the Freely solo episode. Freely unattended.
Freely unattended.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're probably wondering who we all are, what we're going on about. We should probably get introductions up and out of the way. Lauren, take it away.
Hi, I'm Lauren Irvin. I'm your premier monster hunter bard. No, I'm not. I'm your dragonborn cleric, Orkira, here to heal you. And I'll help Sofieus make those awesome dinners that the little kitties make back at the ranch. I've forgotten what some of those awesome foods are, but I just want like a monster hunter cookbook. That'd be nice. Sorry, I got hungry in the middle of all of that.
I've talked myself into hunger before.
Sorry, I was dealing with tech stuff. B-Dave?
B-Dave Walters. I say words about things. And despite the egregious slander that is leveled at my lucky boy Freely, he's only got 4 classes. He is a bard, paladin, warlock, sorcerer. As one does. And yet, every time you need something, he can do it. So there you go. That's it. Just glad to be here. And this trip out into the ocean is going to be full Gilligan's Island realness. It's going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
I foresee nothing bad happening at any point in time.
No negative repercussions. None.
Hope?
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle, and I'm playing Penelope Halfpint, your friendly druid Circle of the Moon.
Circle of the Moon. Jen?
Hey, I am Jen Kretchmer. I am playing Alyndra, your elf cleric diviner, not a warlock, if you were here last week.
I was just going to let it go.
You could just start saying that you're part warlock, and we'd all be like,
I'd be like, that makes sense.
I mean,
with a surprise level of warlock now.
Avren's gone around throwing out warlock levels at whoever would take one. So
it's true.
Been there.
I mean, and I'm biological. Well, no, not really, but born and raised to Avren and Sofieus. It makes perfect sense.
There you go. It's like your mutant abilities. Like imagine if Alyndra had no idea and then one day just got mad and Eldritch Blast. You're like, what? We get you some red glasses. It'd be fine.
And we'd all just nod and be like, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't really surprise anybody. No, I don't think.
As one does.
With my whopping 10 charisma.
That's
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not the most charming of.
I can verify
okay.
that is not the case.
Wait, is that everyone? I'm so used to having more people.
I know, it's your turn.
No, we're waiting. We're waiting for you.
We're waiting on me. Hi, hello. I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar, and I am your dungeon master for this homebrew campaign in D&D 5th edition. Do we have any fan art today?
We do. We have a little bit of fan art. Yeah. So rounding out the entire cast in that were made by Sawyers, we've got Callie.
Oh,
yeah,
that's lovely.
With those knives. So now we've got the entire set made by them. So thank you so much for that. And she looks awesome. And all returning, as always, is TTRPG Gifts with a whole bevy of basically all of us just saying badger, 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 badger over and over again. And I'm okay with it. And that is, I now have a weird collection of gifts on the internet of me saying badger, 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 badger. And yeah, that's my life. I'm okay with this. Yeah, see, all the comments are just people saying badger, badger, badger.
Badger, badger, badger.
Yep. So thank you so much, as always, to our fan art and to the people making fan art gifts. And we love them. And thank you.
Thank you so much for watching our show and making beautiful art surrounding it. That's what those badger gifts are to me. Art.
Absolutely.
Badger, really, that's, I always say that fan art it means so much to us because not only does it mean you like what we did, but you like what we did enough to inspire you to create something beautiful, which there's not really any greater credit that you can pay someone. So fan art
means you're part of our world. It's collaborative storytelling and collaborative imagination, which is what this whole game's about.
Yeah, so. Anytime someone is going to spend time to make things that are inspired by us, I'm super humbled. So in this week of Thanksgiving, thank you.
I thought this game was about killing things.
I mean, porque no los dos. Porque no los dos.
And collaborative, imaginative killing things.
Yeah, exactly. Hit the trailer, Will.
Follow
See, this is why I don't sing.
That was beautiful.
No, it's beautiful. So it's excellent harmonizing. No, you guys, we were just talking during the break. All of us are drinking with our comedically oversized D&D Beyond mugs. Notice it just looks like I have a
not D&D Beyond, D&D.
Oh, just D&D.
Yeah.
True,
Thank you,
D&D
Greg
mug.
Tito.
Thank you, Greg Tito. And notice it's like the size of Jin's head, but it's just a mug for me because I'm freaky ginormous. That's why. Hope would literally swim in one. Like she could just kick around like a hot tub there. They're all the same cup, by the way.
Oh my gosh. I love that. It's like for scale. I'm going to start measuring things in B-Daves. Like that was 4 B-Daves tall. And people will be like, whoa.
If you see anything that's 4 B-Daves tall, run for your life, you know? Although, just to give you an idea, everybody, if you want to know how tall I really am, I'm the door. If you look at a door, my head goes right to the top and my shoulders go right to the sides. That's, if you see a doorway, that's me.
Can confirm.
It's true. It was kind of startling the first time I saw you in person. I was like, oh, wow. And I come from a family of very, very tall people. I was like, you're very, very, very tall. And so whereas
I am a short person, and so I'm just used to everybody towering over me, and especially going to like D&D Live or any of the places where there's a lot of other people in the entertainment industry, where there's a lot of very tall people. I have a lot of pictures of me at chest height with other people.
Height is always baffling to me because, like, you know, having spent a good chunk of my life in India, like, we don't come in that size. Like it's really rare. In India they say like, oh, good height. If someone's like 6 feet tall, like that's the epitome. Like, wow, you're 6 feet tall. And here it's like people are 6 feet regularly.
Yep, it's the default. It's the average.
One lady in our family who was 5'9", and she was considered like a giant. Like, oh, she's got giant's blood. She's 5'9". They got something in the milk over in Haryana, and like my mom was considered tall because she's like 5'8". And everyone's like, oh, your family height is so good. And then I came over here and people were like, you're 5'7"? Like, that's very, very average. And I'm like, no, I'm tall. And they're like,
all relative.
You're tall on the inside, though, Jasmine. Like you're like 7'5" on the inside.
Listen, in these little boxes, we are all the same height.
It's true.
And I can regularly drop 2 feet, so you never know.
That's true. Always keep your guessing. Okay.
So some days I'm 3 feet tall, depending. Just scooting around, wheeling around at 3 feet.
So I get you like a jousting rod.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Poke people who are in the way. Get off of the curb cut!
And all the fun colors that they all get painted in. Oh, that'd be epic.
Oh my gosh. I remember advocating to try to get curb cuts and to put in my old neighborhood. Anyways.
We'll talk about it another time. But yeah.
Or that's what the Silver and Seal
should do
all
it because it's the law.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, as I get all hyped up. Hello, everyone. Last week on Silver and Steel, our party dug up a field. They plowed a field.
We
found a foot.
Gojira has apparently cut up here somewhere.
That is true. They found a giant lizard foot. Well, I should say a skeletal foot.
Yeah.
In the field. And it was giving off some bad juju. And our party reburied it. And Alyndra set an alarm on it. And then you all went to go meet with Salome and see if she knew anything about this creature. She had some information for y'all, but she didn't know about this creature specifically. But she has prepped your craft to go into the ocean. Daisy was kind of playing on the beach, trying to help baby turtles get to the ocean. Not giant baby turtles like y'all help, but normal sized baby turtles get to the ocean. And was eldritch blasting seagulls. And you kind of see some chaos kind of emerge in the town over like sort of back towards the town hall. And then you hear the town council bell ring. Avren and Sofieus, although Avren is on, I guess I should say, what is that word? Probation. Yeah, he has probationary status. They kind of look at you, sigh, shrug, and then head off to attend their council meeting. Sort of.
Well, but we still gotta hang.
They were gonna tell everybody about the Bigfoot anyway, so that makes more sense.
Yes, they're very important. They have work to do.
No, that neither of those things are true, I assure you. But we don't have time to wait for them. No.
Why do we need to wait for them? What time of day is it right
if
now?
I remember correctly, it was pretty late in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was
like there's still daylight.
Because we're supposed to meet Hank again at midnight for him to take us somewhere, right?
Yeah, and you spent a very long morning at Millie's, kind of like trying to dig and look for this thing. But yeah, it's like the afternoon. You had breakfast at her place and did some physical manual labor, and it's probably be late afternoon now.
Salome, crazy idea. I know it's crazy even as I say it. But is it possible for us to, I don't know, maybe test this thing before we head out into the brainy deep?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think I could probably put that together.
Do we have enough fuel to do a test? I thought that was the one thing we were worried about, was enough fuel to do trips there and back again.
Oh, but we're kind of gonna find out the hard way if we've miscalculated something else, though.
No, I think it might be good to put some miles on her.
Yay!
Yeah, because then also, didn't you say like we could scoop like compacted poop off the ocean floor or something that was gonna help us?
Yes,
that would help if you could get some.
Does your machine come with a pooper scooper?
A super duper pooper scooper. A super duper hooper duper.
I hadn't created that functionality
again.
I hadn't really thought about creating that functionality. But I mean, there is a water lock or air lock. I mean, you could.
Wait, hang on. You already know it's going to run out of gas. You already know we have to harvest poop off the seafloor, and you didn't create the functionality to put it on board the ship?
Well, it would ruin the look of the thing.
Could you make it retractable?
Maybe. I'll let me run the numbers.
Wait, no, Salome. You really thought we were gonna go out there, physically extract oceanic poop and wedge it through?
I kind of lean over to Freely and I go, mage hand.
I don't know how many, but the mage hand can only lift a couple pounds. Okay, all right, we can do it.
Really, you've got prestidigitation. We'll just do it the dirty way, and then you'll just have to clean us afterwards.
You can just send me out. I like poop. I will go.
There's that too.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Thank you, Penelope.
If you can run the numbers and we can find a way to find a scooper to add on, perhaps a retractable. I can't talk tonight. Sorry.
Retractable. I know it's you're getting tongue tied because it doesn't make any sense, Alyndra. Because it doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Right. Okay.
That way we aren't destroying the aesthetic, since the aesthetic is so important.
I mean, to me it is, but
I respect your desire to keep it to your design taste.
I mean, do we really want to
appreciate
ask Salome to work so much harder than she already is?
I've done a lot of work.
I mean, I'd like us to survive, yeah.
But I'd like us to survive, like you've said before, in style.
But first of all, why would you use my own words against me? Okay, hang on, because
it's so rare that I get to do that.
I literally wake up like this. Okay, like I don't like in peril. Okay, wait, Salome, curveball, because maybe we can like multitask here. And I pull up a minor image of the symbol you said I found when the foot was buried. There was a symbol that had been buried with it, like a grounding stone, which we did put back.
The guardian thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, Salome, does this mean anything to you?
She looks at it very carefully and she's like, I think I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while, but I think I have.
OOC, I understand that while Salome is old for a goblin, practically she might be like 40. right? Okay, right, okay. Just making sure that even though she's like when I was a girl, that still might have been like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
She's not. Her age is a little indiscernible. Let's see. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
You're asking the wrong guy. That is I think that's a big old 9.
Okay. Yeah, you can't, to you, like, goblins age very quickly, and you're just like, who knows how old she is? You know, she's probably 40 or 80.
Right.
In your years.
But all things being equal, she's not hundreds like Alyndra. Like, I mean, Freely's aware of the fact that even an old goblin is still fairly young.
It's impossible for her to be hundreds of years old.
Right. Got it.
But yeah.
Okay. Yes. But seen it where?
She, like, thinks to herself, let's see. Let's get a roll for it.
Bardic inspiration. I believe in you, Salome. You're a brilliant woman.
Okay, what does that give me?
She gets a D6. You are muted, Janice.
Does it seem like? Thank you. Sorry. Does it seem like she is has a bunch of knowledge here? Like, would it be worth me trying to aid this with something that's not a huge number?
Mm-hmm. Well,
basically, I have a 14 I can burn, but
I rolled an 18.
Oh, you had already rolled, so never mind.
Yeah. And I have a 6 to add on to that, and I rolled a 6, so that's a 24 plus her modifier, high math. So she says, you know, I think I came across it in one of my books. I have to go through them. And having been in her workshop, you know, she has a lot of books, and she's like, but I've definitely seen something either exactly like this or close enough.
Okay, well, listen, one problem at a time.
Did we see it when we looked in her lab?
Yeah, I mean, Alyndra is brilliant.
I noticed it.
Yeah, maybe we could just go take a look-see.
Yeah, when she says her books, you get the idea that maybe it's like she doesn't have a physical version of what you have, but more so it's been documented somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Could we go take a look? I mean, you're busy. We got some time to kill. Avren and Sofieus won't be back for a little while. Maybe we could...
Yeah, we can head over there.
Yeah, you got to make sure we don't run out of gas and die. Can we just go look?
I get really touchy about my stuff.
I understand. Nope, I understand. Zone of safety. I respect you. I respect your boundaries.
Also, my niece is doing God knows what over there. And you notice, like, there's like another explosion of feathers and a squawking. And she's like, so I would just go with you and let you in, but then there's this over here. And you see her like kind of like one, like taking a step towards the workshop, taking a steps towards the craft she's working on with a wrench in her hand, taking a steps towards the child, and then being like, oh,
yeah. One problem at a time. Let's get what did we call the craft? I've forgotten. We were calling it something. It's awesome. But let's get this thing working, and we can take it out for the test run and go from there, because that's kind of the more imminent thing, right? We got to have this ready by tonight.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it works. It's just, you know,
the pooper scooper.
the
Super
pooper
duper.
scooper.
Listen, we can do the manual version of it to begin with, and then later modifications, because really, how long do we have before Kretchmer is supposed to arrive again?
If we're at the bottom of the ocean, because there's a high pressure systems there. Quite a...
I feel a lot of pressure
I'm used
right
to working
now.
under pressure, yeah. I mean, we've dealt with a lot of things that are,
But the sort that will crush you physically.
I feel under pressure crashing down on me. Crashing down on you. Yeah, right. Freely looks at you, Orkira, and he's like, well, no one was quite sure. All we know is something really big is eating all the other big predators, and it kind of was like collapsing the food chain, because like the little predators were kind of running wild, and then Hank's people knew she's coming, but we didn't know how far out or why. It's part of the reason why we were supposed to go talk to his mom or grandma. I lost track of it. Grandmother, yeah. To maybe get some insight.
Supposed to bring her a gift. Bring her a pearl.
Oh my gosh.
Did we do that yet?
What are we bringing?
The pearl? We have one.
I mean, I had one, but yeah, there was this thing. Yeah,
I thought I had one too.
Spice. Mm.
I mean, we didn't promise anything in specific. We just said we'd bring a
something,
gift.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I had to listen to that whole conversation in third person as either you or Avren were relaying things, because I think you and Avren were the only people who could talk to Hank. So I may have gotten something wrong.
Is the real gift the friendship we made along the way?
I think he wanted something tangible. I mean, Penelope is a gift to the world, and her friendship is amazing. But I think they also want like a thing, like a pottery set or a Cuisinart or something.
Man, I wish I.
I mean, what do you get for the marriage?
It slices, it dices.
I mean,
spices are always good.
My sword pops out of my arm, and I'm like, well, I mean, I slice and dice, but I mean, I can't like leave my arm because do not tell her she can have my arm.
No. Listen, Avren already went away. Nobody's taking away anyone's body parts. No, I think she wants a thing. Didn't they say that the pearl was even probably like too ostentatious?
That's right. All right, we need to find something else then. We should figure out what to bring for Hank's grandma.
Yeah.
Would you by chance be able to make some sort of sending stone or some sort of technological doohickery-doo like you do with like dials and gauges that allow you to like talk to people?
Yeah, I could probably come up with something like that.
Well, because maybe we gift her just a really nice sending stone, which is not only pretty but functional, but also
she can call Hank.
Oh, are you looking for a gift?
Call your grandchild. I love it. It's so sweet.
Yes. And
I've got a great gift.
Oh.
I just came up with it. It's fabulous.
What is it?
And you see her like fumble through like this giant bag that's on the floor. And she like puts aside like a wrench and a hammer and like a bunch of different tools. And then she pulls out this very small, like sort of like beaten metal contraption that almost looks like a lampshade in some ways. It has like a lot of designs cut out of the brass, and it has like this like sort of whirring bass underneath it. And she's like, this is it. Solar powered too.
What is it? I believe she's deep underwater, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that might be a problem.
But if there's a secondary functionality, but what is it?
Well, okay, so watch this. And she like reaches into one of her pockets and she produces this like vial of like a sort of amber colored liquid. She pops the top and you immediately like smell like this very heady, like kind of like musky aroma. And she like pours it into it. And then after a few moments, you just see like steam kind of puff up, giving off the vague smell of the perfume she put in it. Mm. Isn't that relaxing? Doesn't that just make you just so relaxed? I think they're going to be the new big thing. I feel it in my heart.
Oh, it is nice.
Delightful.
It does.
Bit
Where do you
concerned
get
about
piles of?
Is it going to?
I think it's working underwater.
Water? Yeah, that's the water.
Well, I thought it was a cute gift. And
no, it is.
Beautiful.
It's
amazing.
Wonderful. I love it in my hotel room. Yeah, for sure. But she's just kind of on the ocean floor.
Oh,
yeah, these are kind of unique circumstances for a unique marriage.
Right. Well, let me see what else I got. And she like goes back.
It's a really excellent idea.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm totally not let down.
I would give it to my grandmother.
Yeah, absolutely. If we get back to the plane that our grandparents are on.
Oh.
After fumbling for a few minutes, she finds, actually, let's see. She has like a table of things in her bag.
I'm excited for random grandmother gifts.
She pulls out like a little figurine that is wearing like a cute frock and the face of like a heavily like sort of painted goblin. And then the face is much bigger than its body. And then she gently taps the head and the head kind of wiggles comically. And she's like, isn't that precious?
Oh, it's adorable.
I love it.
It's Maribel, the famous clown, the famous goblin clown.
I don't, but now I do.
I think these are going to be big. Yes,
Penelope.
I was just gonna say, do you think that Hank's grandmother would know who that is?
Uh-oh.
And
No, I think yes, I think it's lovely.
and does the goblin's head bobble like that in real life?
Well, you could have it bubble in a bubble.
Bobble in a bubble.
Bobble in a bubble.
Yeah. Could you put it in a bubble? Because I think we got something here.
Well, we're going underwater, so I think is the entire ocean just a big bubble?
No, it is the absence of oxygen, actually. Well, I mean, the oxygen is in the water. You just have to be able to extract it, and we can't. But yeah,
we would be in the bubble then.
Are we gonna bobble in the bubble?
Bubble in the bubble.
We can try.
Bubble in the bubble.
I mean, that we're also going in a bubble.
So we're gonna take a beloved goblin clown bobbly statue in an arguably priceless black pearl. Or pearl. What pearl did you have? Mine was black. I gave it to a girl. She's nice.
Perhaps it was the pearl you had. I'm trying to find it in my bag. But I'm not seeing it anymore.
Gotcha, Jasmine.
And
gotcha.
he's gone. And he's gone.
I won. Quetzal is defeated. Out in the ocean, Quetzal just turns around like, no, never mind. Gonna go. Just
so unexpected. Like, I gave it to a girl. She's nice.
It's true.
Kira's gonna look over at her friends and say, so did we get any idea from Hank what he thinks is an appropriate gift? Because if we want, I can send him a message and ask.
That would be lovely.
I'm assuming we're gonna try to sleep before we go, since we're going like late at night. So do like afternoon napsies, and then
I don't think we have time for like a long sleep. Maybe like a power nap.
She is and I quote, superstitious old coot. We need to bring a gift. It should be something shiny, and her house is kitschy.
I've been told I have kitschy taste, so I feel like you kids should go with me on this one.
And I'm like where you're going, Salome. Also, Alyndra, props to you for taking notes. Me off the dome. I'm just there with it, but
I do my best.
Is the
a consummate professional.
Bobblehead
done? It doesn't always work.
Oh, I never know what's going on, so
it's because it doesn't make any sense, my friend. We just roll with it.
even those of us that kind of know what's going on never really know what's going on. Is the bobblehead shiny?
It's very brilliantly painted. It has a coat of lacquer on it.
I hit it with prestidigitation. Oh, sorry. No, please, sorry.
So there's like some sheen to it, but I don't know if it's shiny.
Okay.
Could we bedazzle it?
I was about to say I hit it with prestidigitation. Put that new car shine on it. Pow!
Yeah.
Could it be a bedazzled bubble?
I like it. I think it'll bubble in the water very well.
Penelope hath spoken. I personally am prepared to stake our only hope of success on this one tchotchke. Yes.
This brings up a really weird question that I guess I should have thought of beforehand. Where we're going with the grandma, is that all also underwater?
I mean, that's my understanding. Yeah, they're just out there. Yeah.
So how are we all supposed to?
Hank was going to arrange for that weed that lets you breathe.
Yeah.
Or Penelope was going to cast a spell for us.
I got you, boo.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, so we might not drown. Okay. All right. No, I'm feeling more comfortable with this overall now. Yeah. Maybe I'll run into Chonkers out there. Oh, you guys will love Chonkers if I find him again. He's just like a big old toothy boy. Just a big old chunky toothy boy.
A chunky boy.
He's a chunky boy. Yeah.
Chunky boy.
Yeah.
I hear there are plenty of chunkers in the sea, so
it's true.
I'm sure we can find one.
He gets a little bitey though, but okay. All right. So
now what? We got the gift.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get a gift bag, and then we have to get one of those little cards. And
we have used tissue paper there because the second it hits the water, it's going to bleed all over everything, and it's just.
I thought we were going to put it in a bubble.
We are.
Yep. Yeah, see? And I'll point over towards the contraption we're getting.
Wait, so we're bagging the bubble? We're gonna bag the bubble?
We could put it in a bag and then put it in the bubble.
Put the bag in the bubble?
A bubble in the bag in the bubble.
Is this like a turducken?
Bubble bag?
Bubble
It
bag?
is like a turducken.
Thank you, Salome. Really. What can we give you for the bubble thing?
Let's see. I'm willing to let it go for 12 silver.
Oh, I've got you. And I'll give her 15.
Oh, thank you.
I look at her and I say, if you're worried about Daisy, maybe I could convince her to come with us because I need to talk to her anyway about some recent stuff.
Whoa. Come with us where?
To check no, not out there. No, not there. Daisy has to rescue us when this goes terribly. No, back to Salome's place to look in the books for the thing for you, Alyndra. Although if it's a picture book, I might be able to keep up. I'm not much of a reader, honestly. But maybe I can occupy Daisy so you don't have to worry about that, Salome, and we can still go maybe find out what's the next step with this. Because you're right,
That might
Orkira.
be kind of nice.
Yeah, we got a lot of things that are all wrong at once, and it'd be great if we dealt with them one at a time, but they're not waiting one at a time to deal with us. So
yeah, but whatever's going on with Daisy, I think that's not an imminent threat. I mean, I might be wrong.
It also could be tied to what's going on elsewhere. We talked about the idea that perhaps the thing that Daisy's dealing with is what is either there to fight the large creatures or summoning the large creatures.
Well, and the truth is,
it's all tied together.
She shared something personal with me, and I want her to know that I understood.
Well, and we can always talk to the Celestial that's hanging out with her, or at least I can.
You can?
Yeah, I speak Celestial.
Yeah, but we don't know where she is, though.
No, but we ask Daisy. I mean, if Daisy is in communication with her god, patron, person, fun, nice lady person, we ask Daisy to ask the nice lady person to come talk to us. I mean, I'm assuming that not everyone's god shows up in a big fiery explosion.
I mean, but we should be so lucky. But no, I asked Daisy that with the Auroch thing, which was like 2 days ago. Like, man, we do a lot of stuff. And she was like, yeah, no,
we work hard.
Man, I just want a break. And maybe some of us one day will get to go to the plain ice cream and milkshakes. But yeah, no, I asked her that.
We brought you back some.
But you also.
Oh, we should take you. No, you're absolutely right. We should absolutely vacation there at some point. But first, one thing at a time.
Yeah, but you couldn't have known that you were gonna crash land on a planet that I was on. So no. Like it's fine. Like it's like I'm not upset about it. Like it's weird. Whatever. But she said she would tell the person that I wanted to talk to her. We wanted to talk to her. But that was a couple of days ago, and then she shared with me the thing that I shared with you all.
What was that?
I'll share it again later. And he very much looks at Salome like he doesn't want to talk about it in front of her. And then he's like, but I feel like I at least want her to know that I know what she was trying to tell me.
Yeah, she should definitely know that you know about the thing that she knows.
Oh.
You finally get it, Orkira.
I mean, there's a lot of secrets going on, so trying to keep track of who knows what has been a big portion of my brain leak recently, and I still get it wrong. But yeah. Okay, so Daisy and office and books.
Yes.
Okay.
And away we go.
Thank you, Sal. We'll be back.
Thank you, Sal.
Salome. Yeah.
Fill up the tank for your test run so y'all can take it out tonight.
And we should also find something we could put poop in.
Wait, I thought Salome was supposed to point Alyndra to the books. Oh, you know what? Never mind. One thing at a time.
We're getting
one problem at a time.
Can we get that information before we leave? Can I get the information about which books to be looking at for the symbol?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I roll up on Daisy Eldritch blasting seagulls, and I immediately help her lay down cover fire because I've got 2 beams now. So I'm just like, bam, 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 bam,
Yeah,
bam,
she's
bam,
like,
bam.
pew, pew.
Yeah.
And as soon as she sees you, she's like, get down, I'll give you cover. And you see her dive behind this giant rock, on the coast. And she's like, we have to go back to back, brother.
I very dramatically run in and do it immediately. I'm like, no. We got to protect the turtles. Protect the turtles at all costs.
They're surrounded out there. We've lost so many.
They're rats with wings, I tell ya.
Do I see where like the little line of small little turtles are making their way towards the ocean?
Yeah.
I would like to stand over where the line is and spread my wings like I'm giving actual cover. I got you. I can do this.
Penelope's running in and grabbing turtles and just
Deploy air support. Deploy air support. Send in the reinforcement.
Yeah.
Orkira and Griffin Grant are both kind of swirling, trying to confuse the gulls so that they can't get in there.
Yes.
Yep. Freely
you're like,
very much is shooting at the seagulls. Yeah, like to save the baby turtles. Like these started like as a joke, and about 8 seconds gets super into it. Like watches like a turtle get eaten, and it's like,
yeah. You see Daisy's like kind of red in the face. Her little cheeks are flushed. Snot coming down her nose, full blast, and she's like, "They've got us surrounded. We may not make it out of this one." And she's like, continues pewing.
I'm like,
Never
we all
give up.
go. We all
We've been
go
worse than this.
We all go home, and none of us go home, Daisy. And prestidigitate the snot off her face. You know.
As you prestidigitate the snot off, she does reach under the moist part of the rock, get some mud, and she like puts some streaks on your face, and then she puts some streaks on hers, and she's like, "We gotta go out there and support our troops."
I'm like, okay, I'll cover you. You move first.
You see her like running, and she's running in slow motion.
Yeah. I'm like,
Is she making her own theme music too?
Yeah. She's running very slowly, like launching an eldritch blast, and then another one. They're flying wide, most of them. And she comes and dives underneath your wings, Orkira, like kind of diving face first and grabbing a bunch of turtles while she does so, and then like starts to high knee book it towards the water's edge and fling them, not very gently, but just fling them into the water. Save yourself!
As I kind of stand like almost knee deep in the water, also making sure like fish and stuff aren't just picking them off right there. Like I really do start fighting to save these turtles. Like bang, 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 bang. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Both swords out. Don't hit anything, but ready. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
The little baby turtle nearby that has unfortunately died, and I just reach out a claw and I cast Spare the Dying. Like, I got you. We'll medevac you out later.
You see Daisy like reach her hands out to like stop when she sees like, you know, a seagull swooping in. It gets her on the arm and she's like, "They got me. It's over. Oh, they got me. Oh, they got me."
I mage hand the seagull and just hold it there.
Penelope, is she being serious or is that part of the game? I don't know if I should run over and heal her.
Penelope is a shrub right now, just shrubbing and cloaking and slowly inching towards the water with all these turtles.
Oh,
yeah.
Shoot! I don't know where Penelope went.
I
There's just
cast
a giant shrub
Bless
now.
to try and get Penelope, and I get everyone, I guess. So I'll cast it at a higher level.
We're doing this. We're doing this.
It's what the bird I mage hand. I don't hurt it with it because it is of the dark side to use the force to attack. But I do sling it into the water though, like in the water.
This is the most confused seagulls ever.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on?
They're
One moment they're going,
monstrous
mine,
Mine,
and the
mhm.
next they're just being destroyed.
Yep.
Run.
Run. Yeah.
You managed to scare off a majority of the seagulls. And when your work is done, Daisy is still kind of in her death throes in the sand.
I'm like,
I always knew I'd go this way.
So young, so beautiful. Stay with
I
me,
always
soldier.
do it. I do it in my heart.
Medic.
I'm coming.
I head over.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Over to Alyndra. I got your back. I got your back.
I very much am looking at Daisy and I'm like, don't go to the light, kid. Stay with me, not towards the light.
I feel so cold.
Healing word.
As you cast this healing word, you know, her little arm kind of heals up from the peck, and you just see her like kind of like flutter.
You have it in you, soldier.
And then open. It'd be like, you're an angel, lady. You pulled me back from the blackness.
That she is.
Leave no person behind.
Oh.
He said,
we did it. We did it freely.
We
They
all.
said it couldn't be done. They said this beach couldn't be taken.
Thanks
but
to
we
you.
aren't men. We're goblins and dragon people and halflings and elves, and we can do anything.
Yeah.
So no man's land doesn't really apply.
That is, Chad. I guess it's better that Avren wasn't here, and I like hoist her up.
She stands up and looks very triumphant.
This is a battle that shall live in the history books.
Recorded
The hero.
in the annals, she says and points to Alyndra. You're good with words. Maybe you should record it in the annals or something. I don't know.
I shall make sure the bards sing of the epic battle against the gulls that protected the turtles as they crawled to the ocean.
Oh, you write it down and then we'll tell Harold and he can come up with a really good song. Yeah. Also, hey, aren't you going to look at a bunch of books right now?
Yes.
Oh, Daisy.
Yes, I am.
Walk with us for a second. I want to ask you about something.
Yeah, of course. What's going on?
And then while we do start walking towards Sal's place, I kind of unhook Machete from my from around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
I assume she's still barely moving.
Yeah.
I show her to Daisy and I say, my friend of mine here helped me understand what your doll was trying to say to me.
Oh, well, maybe I should have explained it. I just kind of thought you'd figure it out maybe a little bit.
I mean, eventually, yeah. But I got it. I saw it. Thank you.
Well, yeah. I wanted you to, I was just hoping maybe you could be happy for me.
He very much stops walking when she says that and like turns and looks at her and he's like, Daisy, I'm always happy for you. I just want you to be okay. That's all.
Yeah, it's just, when my stuff got taken away the first time, I thought maybe you'd not you, but I thought maybe somebody would come take it away again. And
from what I saw, you got your stuff by being a smart little goblin who tries to do the right thing. Usually. And then I just kind of like wink at her.
Hey, Daisy, I want you to know, it's not the stuff, the magic that people give you. It's you, right? Like, it's not, you're the important bit, not the magic that someone gives you. Okay?
Daisy, you can always go learn magic. One of the first lessons they learn is how to reach out and touch the weave, which is the source of magic.
But I thought people maybe just come and give it to you because the last few times that's just kind of what happened is somebody was like, here you go, and then you could do it.
That happens. But there are other ways. If you're concerned about losing your power, there are many, many ways to gain power.
Yeah.
Penelope gets hers from the earth.
Yeah, it's all around you. You can always
Orkira
find
gets
it.
hers from her god.
Mm-hmm.
Freely gets his from all over the place.
I was just born special.
I hear he gets it from 4 different places.
I mean, first of all, a gentle halfling doesn't tell tales, okay?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to spill tea.
And the children present, Orkira, children present. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the point is, people like you because of you and not because of any magic that you have or don't have. It's important to remember that in case it does go away.
But I like doing it because
awesome.
It's I don't know, I like it. And then I could do stuff with it and make people happy and dispense justice.
Yeah. I totally understand, but
like I wouldn't have been able. We lost so many turtles on that beachhead. So many innocent souls consumed by those winged devils. And imagine how many more there would have been if I wasn't there to defend them with my pew-pews.
Well, I start walking again, by the way, while we're having this conversation. But yes, please go ahead, Alyndra. Sorry.
Here's the thing. No matter how hard you try, you can't save everyone.
yeah.
If you try to save everyone, you'll be spread too thin. You'll tire yourself out, and you won't be able to help anyone. So what you have to do is you have to focus your energies and help where you know you can help.
And unfortunately, this might be hard to hear too, but even though I hate to admit it, the seagulls got to eat too, because they got little babies in their seagull nests that are waiting for mommy and daddy seagulls to bring things back to them too. So it's kind of a circle. It's a circle.
Well, I guess you're right a little bit, maybe. I didn't think about baby seagulls. Baby seagulls are probably pretty cute.
Yeah.
They're very cute. Well, not in the beginning. They have these spikes on them as the feathers try and grow.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You know, you don't always have to choose sides. You can help everybody. I mean, I know Alyndra says you can't help everybody, but you could definitely, just find joy in what you do, okay?
Oh, okay. I hope I don't get in trouble now, because it's about balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
Trying to figure out what the right thing to do is at the time. And that's not always easy, but the important thing is that you try.
Yeah.
You do your best.
It's about balance. And if there is a disparity of power, you have to work to correct it, all things being equal.
Yeah.
And Alyndra kind of just looks at her. That's a very good way of phrasing it.
I'm pretty smart.
We just made
You
a neutral
really
warlock.
Lawful neutral warlock, yes.
Yep. And then as we're walking, I do just say, but a couple of days ago when we had that run-in with the Aurochs, you said you'd let your friend know that we wanted to talk to her. Have you had a chance to?
Well, let me see. You see her pull out like a piece of paper. My doc is pretty busy. Let me see if I actually got around to that.
I know you had a lot of baby turtles to save. I get it.
There was the great baby turtle battle. Before that, there was the mud pie bake-off. That was very important. There had to be repairs on the treehouse. That took about a day. But then before that, there was giving Timothy a wedgie for being rude, and then there was play hooky from school. That was a thing. And then the day before
That one I'm not so happy about, Daisy.
What?
Don't play hooky from school. School's important.
I had a lot of important things to do that day.
I know, but you have to learn. Learning's important.
She can learn outside of school.
When she's finished school.
What do they even teach you there?
Girl looks super awkward because she never went to school. So she's like, why are my friends fighting over school? I don't know what side to take. Daisy, does that mean that there's time now on your schedule?
I think I could probably pencil you in.
That'd be great, because I haven't talked to anyone in Celestial in a very long time.
Okay. She writes it down on the paper, and Freely, you're probably the one that's close enough to see. The paper is blank. Oh, you're muted.
You know what? Believe it or not, he's gonna think that it's illusory script or something. Like he's actually gonna think she's doing like a magic thing, or maybe she's talking to her right now or something. Like, oh, okay, that's sorcery I don't possess. All right.
Yeah. And then she's like, you see her, she's like, just a sec, I gotta make a call. And you see her like step away and just make a phone out of her hand.
What's a call and what's a phone?
Maybe like a sending stone.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how I hold my sending stones.
Oh, really?
That's how you activate it?
I hold mine like
Your hand
sideways.
in one too.
I do like sideways, like gangsta style, like yo, when I'm using my sending stones.
She's going to attempt to speak with her patron. Ooh, roll a 19.
I mean, I hope that's good.
Yes, hello, madam. Yep, it's me. Yep. It's your favorite. Who's that? No, your favorite. No, your other fit. Okay, I don't know why I'm 4th on the list. I should really be higher. We're gonna... Well, I'm just saying, I think in the small amount of time we've been to... Okay, well, I know seniority is definitely a thing. Well, I don't even know how many years that is. That's a really... Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I just... Well, I understand that you're very busy. I'm very busy, too. Well, dispensing justice is a lot of work. What do you mean about that? Well, I never did that. I'll get my intern on it. What do you mean I don't have an intern? I should. I really should. So are you available for a meeting today? What do you mean? Is it going to be like the last meeting? What do you mean I have bogus meetings? My meetings are all very meaningful. My quarterly reports have been very well put together, complete with diagrams and stick figures. Well, this one's different. This time I have a nice big committee of people who'd like to meet you. What do you mean that sounds like it's buffoonery? Okay, well, maybe those aren't your words. They're my words, though. I don't really understand what you said. Okay, thank you very much, lady. I will see you in my office later today. Yep. Yes, ma'am. I don't think it's a trap. Well, we're meeting on turf that's my favorable terrain, so I think we'll be okay. These are good people. I vouched for them. Yes, thank you. Good day, ma'am. You see her like retract her phone.
We gotta get you a little bit of copper wire, and then you can just cast sending, and then you don't have to do the thing.
Oh, well, it's a pretty good system. It doesn't always work, but it's a pretty good system.
Yeah, it's okay. When I talk to my god, they don't always reply either. I mean, they're pretty busy. They're doing god things. So
I really need to get an intern or an assistant of some kind.
Is that a thing? Really, is that a thing with the warlocks?
Maybe you should get one of those turtles to help you out.
I'm pretty sure we are the interns.
Maybe. Or
what'd the lady say?
Yeah.
Well, she said that she didn't really care for my last few meetings.
No, we got that part, but is she willing to talk to us today?
Yeah, she is, but it took some convincing because apparently she doesn't like my meetings. But when I do great deeds like the one on the beach, I compile them all into a report, present them to her.
Well, we will make sure that the meeting that we are at goes wonderfully, and then she'll like your meeting, right? Because we'll be awesome.
Yeah.
All true.
It's at my treehouse, so just don't be late. And
wait, hang on. The treehouse back by the lake?
My office. This is my quarters.
But that's kind of far, and we gotta. Okay. All right, no, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Nope, we'll make it work. Yep.
What time is the meeting?
I told her that you'd see her as soon as she had time, and she said, "Oh, how's an hour sound?" And I said, "Okay."
Don't we need to leave right now to be there in an hour?
Well, I don't know. She could fly. She points at Orkira.
No, but the rest of us can't, Daisy.
And I can only carry one person at a time.
You can make it.
Well, you don't have crabs? I got a crab that takes me everywhere.
I let clackers go because clackers deserve to be free.
Oh, you see her put her fingers in her mouth and whistle. And out of the ocean comes a giant crab with swords attached to its hands.
Yes.
the best Pokemon ever?
Maybe I can round up some horses for us. I think Salome's dogs went back. That would have been a lot of fun. Penelope.
I don't know. This guy's pretty fast. He's got all those legs, and you see her like do this in front of it, and it like tries to clack back with these like weird swords on the broad side of its claw.
Can your crab carry everybody?
No, it can't.
Okay.
She,
well, how many can your crab carry?
Smacks its its shell right above where its mouth is. I'm just saying that's how I'm gonna get there in an hour.
We could fly. That's fine.
Can we fly?
Yeah, I can always fly.
No, but you can. Again, that's the two of you taken care of. That's still Alyndra and I.
Can't fly.
Yeah, but we can carry you.
Yeah. Yeah, Penelope, if you can get one, I'll get the other.
Right.
Daisy's got the crab.
What about the books?
Well, apparently we have to meet a goddess in an hour, so I don't know that we got time for both.
Should take precedence. All right, let's go.
Yeah, the books can wait.
I could always talk to my auntie and see if she'll just put the books aside for you. Her library's pretty big.
Well, let's go meet your lady now. Well, we've got the time to do that. The books are patient.
Theoretically, the books are going nowheres.
You guys don't mind your P's and your Q's around my lady, right? You're not going to be rude? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Because with Avren,
are there any specific...
Sofieus is nice, but with Avren, you never know what he's going to say.
It's true. Are there any specific customs she prefers? Any manners that are important to observe with her?
She usually just asks me to wash my hands more often and observe hygiene, so maybe be clean, I guess.
Freely's got
thing to know.
Freely and Alyndra has got that covered. Will be great.
Mm-hmm.
Prestidigitation.
And I'll do a little bit of mending on any clothing that has gotten a little wrinkled or rumpled, and be like, and I can do the armor. It'll be great. We got this.
Please do not drop me, Penelope. I'm ready.
Alyndra.
Giant eagle.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta get me one of those.
Griff, Gold.
So, you all decide to go visit with Daisy's patron.
She penciled us into her really extensive schedule. So how are we to deny her?
Flying gets you there with a few minutes to spare. Yeah, especially with the giant eagle and with Orkira being Orkira.
Now this, I realize it's only been like a couple of weeks now, so I don't think that like weather or seasons have changed as such. But since we killed the Weeping Mother, yeah, down in that tunnel, has anything changed? Because like she was out in the riverbed.
The Baron Mother.
That was it. Is anything different around here, or specifically, are there any more tracks coming to and from that cave?
It looks very abandoned now. Like that deep trench that had been kind of formed from this giant creature exiting and entering has been almost filled just by like the natural movement of the mud kind of settling down over it, and like the wind and the rain. It's been kind of smoothed out a little bit. It's still there. You can see where it was.
How much time have we got?
You've probably got a good 15-20 minutes.
Alyndra. Okay. So remember we told you that there was like this creature, and like there was one that was like made out of metal, and we destroyed it, and then we chased it, and then we found this other thing that was like a Baron Mother that was like some like snake thing that was dying that like takes care of like other creatures' babies, and like we got into a fight with it, and it did something crazy to Sofieus's mind.
Yes.
There was like a summoning circle down there underneath the Baron Mother, and we didn't understand it, but you're here and you're brilliant.
Do we have time for me to go look?
I don't know.
I don't know how far it is, and like, you do, so.
Do I reasonably think we could get to that hole in time?
Yeah, it's not far from her from her like, because this is like she had like a little I think it was like a treasure trove that she had trapped with spikes and stuff, and a little like, you know, and then from the memory you saw like where her treehouse was, and then it's not far. You think you could probably get down there. I think the longest part of that was getting back up, because
is
getting
it the sort
in,
of thing where I could send Griff instead and look through Griff's eyes?
Yeah, you could probably do that for sure.
Let's do that.
Orkira, as we're flying over and Griff takes off to go do the side quest, you don't see any visible signs of relief, but the entire 45 minutes that we've been flying, she's been feeling those judgy eyes of like, you know, that's not how I would do that. And so like as Griff flies away, Orkira's just silently like, oh, okay, good.
He's just got a resting Griff face. It's fine.
I know we usually get along. Yeah, we usually get along really well, but 45 minutes of judgy flying.
So as Griff flies down, you do see this like sort of circle that's been, like I said, kind of dirtied by rain and by kind of like silt kind of falling over it, but you do see the vague outlines and marks that Freely was talking about.
Can I interpret anything about it?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
All right. Here, dice rolls.
Dice roll.
We don't do those here in D&D. That's not something we do.
25.
Hey.
Yeah, with the 25, you identify this as some type of necromancy. Parallel to something you're probably familiar with, but not something that you've seen used in a long time. It's been cast as a ritual.
Is it the sort of thing that I need to worry that something's going to come through it, or?
It looks like it's, how should I put this? There's no remaining power in the runes that you can sense or see.
Yeah. Just to clarify this for Jen, who wasn't there for this. We fought a thing that was on this spot after
that had been summoned through it.
Well, we didn't know. After we'd killed it, we found the summoning circle, and it wasn't clear whether or not the summoning circle had summoned her, or was it for something else, and none of us knew enough Arcana to be able to piece that together.
What can I tell from this at all? The answer to that question?
It does kind of look like, how do I describe it? It does look like it was used to maybe bring something back to life. You can't tell if it was necessarily for a nefarious purpose.
Can you tell it when you talk about coming back to life, like raise dead, like, ooh, happy bringing someone back to life, or undead creating an undead abomination, bringing it back to life?
Well, it's like I said, it's one of those things where you can't really tell if it's like an abomination type of thing or even exactly what spell was cast, but a lot of older, especially healing spells, were necromancies, so that's kind of the vibe you're getting from this, is that like some type of necromantic energy was used to like heal what was a dying creature, or to sort of invigorate what was a dying creature, dead or dying. And out of character, you'll also remember that like in her dying breath, the Baron Mother said something kind of along those lines. She did make an allusion to something like how she would be back, or so I don't remember the exact phrase.
Time is the gateway, death is the door. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the sort of thing where I need to destroy it? Is, I guess, what I'm asking.
You don't think it's active on its own? Oh yeah, with the 24, you would know that it's not. The runes aren't exactly what is the danger. It's the person that used those runes to channel something. So
okay.
I mean, you could destroy them, but somebody could just draw them again.
Is there any sign of the Baron Mother's body? I know you we kill monsters and just roll out, you know? I mean, is she still down there? Is there?
Yeah. With the Baron Mother, I actually believe Sofieus and Callie at the time carved her up.
They did carve her up pretty good.
There's nothing there. There might be a skeleton.
Yep.
But the majority, the remains were very cleverly and very thoroughly sliced apart.
Also, I'd like the record to show I did not eat anything that Sofieus made out of the Baron Mother. Which I also explained to you all she was a big serpent. She was like a naga, but she looked physically sick. She looked very worn and gaunt. She didn't look like a big, healthy snake. She looked like something was wrong with her when we got there. And then I tried to talk to her and she didn't want to talk, and things went where they went.
Just another on the long list of really weird, creepy things that are happening in this town. Around this town.
It's a bit of a dead end, yeah. At the time, at least.
Well, it would seem to me that someone summoned her. So someone here is summoning creatures and trying to find lost pieces of a dead thing that is incredibly dangerous. And I'm getting the sense that someone is making some plans in this town.
There's everything just keeps coming back to distractions. The original silver heist that wasn't a silver heist. The Baron Mother that wasn't really a monster. The creature that was keeping all the farmers out of the farmlands, which somebody had pieced together from bits of metal and raw meat all the way down to the mine closing in. Millie says it wasn't to have her dig in this field, but this is a lot. It's all just a lot. I wonder, and then I'm like, Orkira, or actually Penelope, could you fly me over that cave entrance?
Yeah, Penelope just leans down for you.
As we go down, I divine sense if there's another piece of that monster buried here, because the Baron Mother would have kept people away from here. So I'm like, wait a second. Down along this lake bed. I'm like, do my thing, without getting knee deep in it, just kind of go. Yeah. Because that would be a very good do not come here system.
So as you, fly over, your divine sense does ping again.
With what? With what?
It's that same sort of feeling of dread you had before.
Do I feel like going down into the cave would get me closer to it, or it's buried somewhere else, in the lake bed?
Well, as you're flying over the lake bed, it feels like it's buried somewhere else in the lake bed.
Right.
But the cave doesn't feel too far off.
Okay. We got so many problems.
Yeah. One problem at a time. So how much longer do we have before we're supposed to do the meeting?
Any second now, I'm sure.
I thought we were there, and I sent Griff.
Oh yeah, Griff went. I mean, we're all just kind of discussing matters here. Although is there
any preparation we want to do on site before?
I mean, she seemed like a straight shooter. No pun intended.
Oh no, we're not supposed to give her a gift too, are we?
They didn't say anything about gift, just being really polite and clean.
Okay.
And I'll start mending anything that in the last hour has gotten unmended.
I'm like, this one, the gift of your friendship really is enough, Penelope. I think she might be a druid of some kind.
Oh, exciting.
Well, we'll find out.
And I recap for you all that the trees obeyed her. She very much seemed like a creature of ocean and forest, and nature was adapting to her and her will. So only person I've ever seen do that is Penelope. So she's like an angel druid, like Alyndra and Penelope combined.
Wow.
Daisy, how are we supposed to address the lady? Are we supposed to just call her lady?
Daisy actually isn't with you. She is off in her treehouse.
Oh, I thought we were in the.
I thought we were at the treehouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, okay. So as you call up, Daisy, is there a way to address her? You see, the hatch open. She looks down. at you all, and she throws down like a rope that has like a loop in it. And if you, put your foot in and pull, like there's a counterweight and it pulls you up.
This is quite inventive.
Do I think I'm going to fit through the hatch?
It's pushing it. You'll get through the hatch. The counterweight is kind of pushing it for you because it's very much daisy sized.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I might, I'll let everybody else go up first, and then I might just fly on up just so I don't accidentally break her awesome thing.
Yeah. She lets you all in. This is actually a pretty well-made treehouse. It kind of groans under your collective weight, and she looks a little nervous when it does. And she's like, "Oh, why are you all so big?" And then she like kind of pats you on the head, or Orkira. She's like, "Get smaller, get smaller."
Listen, my whole life has been just growing in weird ways. I don't know if there's anything I can do.
And you hear the whole thing kind of groan, and she's like, "Oh, smaller."
No, it's not working. I'm sorry.
I think maybe it was, but I can't be sure. And now you see she's like set out on her little table, a bunch of tiny little clay cups with orange juice in them, and she's put out a little platter of butter cookies that are like have powdered sugar on them. She's like, "I pulled out my best snacks."
Alyndra and Orkira are probably like all hunched over in this tiny goblin treehouse, like goblin size. The two of us are probably like kneeling. Okay, thanks.
Actually, wait a minute. I think.
Oh, I'm sure whatever's about to happen is going to be amazing. You always love it when the DM's like, "Hold on a second."
While she's doing this, simply to stall, I message Alyndra and I'm like, maybe that's been the clue this entire time. Everywhere somebody tried to drive us out of. I mean, the Barren Mother here, there's probably a piece in the mine. I mean, there might be a piece out in the ocean.
So we've been doing their work for them.
I hate getting like manipulated. I mean, Avren does it all the time, but he's bad at it. I know when he's doing it, but like these other people, like, oh man. Okay, yes.
She actually doesn't know how to make you smaller. I thought for a minute maybe she did. One of my other NPCs does. So unfortunately you are full size, And she's like, "Oh, I'm sure she'll hold. Fort Gobbo is a sturdy lady." And she pats one of the walls and the whole thing like creaks. And she's like,
can we reinforce it in any way?
I was about to say, as I hear it moaning, I'm just like constantly like hitting every board with mending. It's like,
yeah.
I'm like,
Alyndra, actually, since you asked, give me a, let's see, I think this would be, oh gosh, this could really be a few different things. Let's go with an intelligence saving throw. I think that makes sense.
All right. 21.
You know exactly where you could put some support beams, like on the bottom structure of this to brace it better against the tree that she's chosen.
I don't have any beams though, right? Or are there some nearby?
There's rope. She always keeps rope inside, so you could try to use that to kind of secure it a little bit. Okay. And you were in a forest, so if you really wanted some other woods or bracing things, you could find them.
Sure. I mean, if we can do some reinforcements, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Do we have the time before, or are we on the clock?
I just don't want the lady to show up and for the entire thing to collapse on us.
Maybe the lady is weightless because she's an angel.
It's possible.
Daisy, how much time do we have before she shows up?
I don't know. I'm kind of bad with time, but I really don't want my treehouse to break.
All right. Well, then quick repairs. Alyndra, tell me what to do.
I instruct Orkira on how to repair things.
I help find the wood.
Okay, perfect. Give me a nature check and a sleight of hand check.
I make a point to stay in the treehouse because I have no idea how she's going to manifest, or she might pull her out or something. So I'm like, I do not let Daisy out of my sight while they're doing this.
So it's a 17 on the nature check.
Okay, so you're able to find some like good bracing lumber.
I rolled a natural 20 on my sleight of hand.
Yay!
Which gives me a 21.
Someone in chat a legendary bundle.
Yeah.
Yes, every single time myself or one of our great players rolls a nat 20, someone in the chat gets a legendary bundle courtesy of D&D Beyond. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but yeah. So yeah, you brace it perfectly. Under Alyndra's careful or watchful eye.
That's why I rolled the natural 20, is because Alyndra's telling me what to do, and I can follow directions very well.
You brace it a little bit better against one of the branches underneath it, and you reinforce it using the ropes and kind of like take some of the pressure off of one side by like kind of lashing a part of the roof to like another branch, and then like pulling down on it to just kind of like lift it up a little bit and make it be more even as opposed to like kind of tilting downwards. And yeah, sure enough, the treehouse stopped groaning and making these like very sad snapping sounds. And Daisy looks very pleased.
Penelope, these are like the perfect boards. Where'd you find these?
In the forest.
That
was
a little creepier than I was expecting.
Head leans out the window. Yeah?
We just did a montage.
Montage! Penelope had a montage.
Montage.
Yeah, Penelope finds these like perfect, like naturally fallen, like, tree branches that are the perfect sort of like width or girth and the strength to like, brace the treehouse with. It comes off perfectly. The montage is amazing. And you all sit around.
We all have tool belts and hammers and construction hats.
And now you're all sitting around a very low to the ground table on what can only be described as a beanbag. They're full of hay, but they're beanbag like around a low, like I said, low to the ground table with these little clay cups that are very small for some of you, but for the rest of you, they're about the size of your hand, full of orange juice. She's like, oh, you see Daisy now kind of puts her feet up and she's like, but such a busy day, busy day. How are y'all doing?
We have at least 4, perhaps 6 crises actively happening literally right now.
I hear that. I'm working on some mergers.
It really has been quite a year this week.
Wait, are you attempting to business numbers us, Daisy?
I got some really big mergers on the horizon, and they're trying to innovate and kind of grow the enterprises of Fort Gabo. Busy times.
I'm going to merge some cookies with my mouth, huh? High five, Penelope.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to help your expansion efforts.
Yeah. I'm hoping that maybe with the cookies I'll get reimbursed. I keep the receipts for everything.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, gotta.
True.
I write everything down and try to maybe see if the lady will, reimburse. So I think this is a business expense. I had pleasure because why not mix business with fun?
I mean, that's how I live my life. Yeah.
I just find it hard to find the line sometimes.
Yeah, very much so. All right.
Business in the front, party in the back.
That's how you could describe my hair, I think. I never thought of that before. Looked very respectable until I turned my head.
I don't know. I think you're 360 degrees of respectful.
That is the kindest thing you have said to me ever, Orkira. I appreciate that.
That's true.
He very does kind of like blush a little bit, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that reminds me. So you're a lady. She's a big fan of justice, right?
Yeah.
Daisy, you haven't done any more crime lately of like the candy store persuasion?" And I do allude to some of the things I saw in her memories. I don't just like completely bust her out like you stole that lollipop from Old Man Jenkins, but I'm all like, any candy stores or...
Quite frankly, I find your accusations to be the aspersions you are casting to my character. Frankly, sir, they wound me.
But I'm not hearing any denials.
I am wounded in my heart holes.
Still not saying no, though, Daisy. Okay. Hey, but you're not a liar, though. So that's good in its own way, right? We're not going to confess to any crimes, okay? Don't confess to any crimes. Okay.
Considering what the lady is to you, she probably knows already anyway, right? I mean,
that might be why you're her fourth favorite. The other three probably don't do any crime.
Again, sir, allow me a moment while I pull this knife out of my heart that you have placed there.
I take machete off and I set her on the table in front of her. I'm like, there you go. Machete, she gives good hugs. She'll make you feel better.
I was trying not to be rude, but that little dolly kind of scares me a little bit.
Well, now she got, I won't say she got better, but she got different. She's less stabby, but she's less talkative too. You okay, Machete? Machete, you okay?
You just see Machete kind of like blink a little and like the head kind of barely moves. Yeah.
It's like she's on her meds and like she's more functional, but it got rid of like the crazy angry part, but she's sort of like she's finding her way. She's finding her way. We're getting through this. Dude.
After
and then we just continue to awkwardly sit around waiting for a goddess to show up. Like
Daisy loudly slurps on her orange juice, and after some time you hear like a creak as like the hatch opens to the bottom of the thing, and then like whoop, you see these like very wide eyes that I described earlier to Freely. Like they're like pools of water. They're clear and seafoam green, and like a shiny head, and then full of hair, I should say. And then like she almost like lifts out of the hatch with like a elegance you weren't quite expecting. When she stands, she has to bend over quite a bit because the roof is so low for her. And she smiles at you all a little awkwardly and then comes and sits next to Daisy. And her dress kind of like spills across the floor behind her. And down through the hatch, she has almost like this very long train.
I absolutely hit my divine sense to see if she registers as undead, celestial, fey, or fiend.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she registers
fiend,
as celestial.
bam.
Yeah. She registers as a celestial.
Okay. All right. So she is as she appears. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will bow and observe the proper rituals for being in the presence of a divine creature.
Yeah. She like nods at you appreciatively. And she has like a slight smile on her face.
Freely very much tries to do what Alyndra does because he knows she's a woman of like culture. He's like, the left one behind the right one. Okay, all right.
Penelope just kind of hops in front of her and just, hello, my name is Penelope. I hear that you might be a druid. I'm a druid too. And I really like rocks and bugs and mud. And do you like those things too?
Her hand very gently touches the top of your head, like kind of like she's like a little bit confused, but gives you her like kind of gentle like blessing. And then she like looks at Daisy and she says, Anna uf nanhakt. And you see Daisy be like, yeah, these are they.
Is she speaking in Celestial?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And
because
in Celestial, she says, who are these people? And you hear Daisy say, yeah, these are they. These are my friends. And then she looks down at her and she says, and what do they want? You hear Daisy say, well, I think they wanted to talk to you about some stuff, see what you maybe do about stuff. And also I had some papers for you to look over. The Operation Turtle went very well. And at this moment you hear her say, or Kira would hear her say like, oh no, not this again.
And I'll speak up in Celestial and say, sorry to bother you. It's nice to finally meet you. We've kind of taken this one under our wing, and when we found out that there was someone giving her power, she'd gotten power from a different source before, and we thought it was good to check up on things.
She like kind of smiles wryly, and she's like, under your wing.
Yeah, I know. I can't help but make those puns. It's a thing. Does anyone else here speak Celestial, or is everybody looking at us like...
Alyndra does, I think, right? Oh, Alyndra doesn't?
Yes, I use a spell.
Oh, yeah. No. Freely very much head on a swivel, like...
Many other languages, but not Celestial.
I'm like, Orkira talks to gods, so I'm kind of like, this is well at hand.
And the ironic thing being my god speaks Primordial, so we can't do this. So this is like the first time ever that Orkira has actually spoken Celestial to anyone. So noticing everybody looks perplexed, she'll say, I'll try to translate. I've never been in the translation position before. Anyway, hi, Orkira, Alyndra, Freely, Penelope, Machete, Grant, Griff, dig everybody. Penelope, how many are you carrying right now? Do any of them have any names?
Oh, yeah, well, let's see.
She's just going to start counting.
Okay, when you get to the end of that, let me know. Anyway, hi, we're here, as I said, checking up on Daisy and the people that she is currently getting a lot of power from. What's your name?
She kind of like smiles, and she's like, not often do I give my name, for with names come power, specifically the power to invoke me. Some people use this not wisely. And she looks at Daisy. Daisy's like, I don't know about that. That's a pretty, that's because that's a very honestly interesting accusation, because I feel that our meetings have all been very productive. And to synergize our efforts together, we must have appropriate exchange in the marketplace of ideas and a two-way street of communication.
You know, I thought I spoke Celestial, but half the things you just said, I'm not sure I understand. Well, okay.
You just see the Celestial go.
Okay, do you have a title? Do you have a preferred nickname? Do you have anything you'd feel comfortable giving?
This one calls me Lady of the Light. In some cultures, they call me Bahadri, which means bravery.
And I will say that again.
Bahadri.
Bahadri.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll translate all of that, and Orkira will probably linger at looking at Alyndra at those titles, knowing that if anyone's going to recognize them, it'll be her.
Do I recognize them?
No. It seems like it's a word in some language that maybe you're not familiar with, but yeah, it just seems to be a very simple title of bravery. Maybe people looking for bravery invoke her name in the hopes of getting some.
Are you a local deity? Are you a spirit in this area? You know the Phoenix? Phoenix says hi.
Phoenix. And she almost looks a little confused. We are not acquainted.
Oh, okay.
She's still speaking Celestial, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay, yeah.
So I won't be able to talk back to her, but at least I'll understand. Like, it kind of like kicks in. Like...
Yeah, and I'm
you
continuing
also kind of get the vibe from Daisy kind of switching back and forth between Celestial and Common, that although she doesn't speak Common, she understands it. Just from how you see, and like also from seeing how Daisy called her and how she talked, you kind of get the vibe. Daisy's kind of doing that thing that bilingual children do, where they switch rapidly between the two.
We're gonna Han and Chewie this thing. It's no problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we get those Comprehend Languages off, do we understand the name at all more?
Yeah. It is the Punjabi word for bravery. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a beautiful word.
Freely just sort of like leans forward and he says, I realize you don't have a lot of time and neither do we. A lot of people in this area are in danger and we're trying our best to save them all, starting right with Daisy. So anything you want to share with us, we are listening.
Things have been amiss, this is true. The Lady of the Deep has been in trouble. I've tried to mobilize to help her, but my servants are not experienced. And Daisy's like, quite frankly, Bob, I take offense to that.
Yeah.
That's a little right here. That's a little, and you just see her like close her eyes and smile.
Lady of the Deep, giant turtle?
You see her like kind of giggle and she says, yes, I suppose we could describe her that way.
She's been calling to our friend who was called away on other business, but she had some connection with him.
Yes, something in the water is plaguing her and her ilk, her kin. You see her kind of like search for the word.
Is it Kretzala? The lightning worm?
Is that what they call it?
The name that the people around here...
What do you call it?
Yeah.
Usually we do not give such grand names to things that are so minor in the grand scheme of things. This creature is not one of a kind.
Well, that certainly explains a lot.
Do you mean like there's a bunch of them coming, or there's a bunch of them out there, but only one is still coming?
That.
Okay. Because we're kind of worried about the fact that one of them is coming and is supposed to destroy the whole town. Plus also making problems in the water for your other lady friend.
Friend is a strong word. Acquaintance, maybe.
Okay.
Colleague. You seem to be of both the land and the sea. Is this true?
I am of this place. And you see her kind of like put her hand on the table. I suppose that includes land and sea.
Well, do you have any suggestions of what we can do to help? Either you or your colleague or Daisy or anything really? I mean, a bunch of us have only been here a couple of days.
And also we found pieces of a creature that are being kept apart. We don't know if it's being unearthed for a purpose. And if it is, the claws look like this, and I minor illusion the claw was the small version, but much, much, much larger, of course.
She looks at it carefully, and then she's like, yes, that would be a problem. And then she's like, I am not sure how to help you, but I do want to help you.
Okay, that's a good start. I mean, we sometimes don't know how to help ourselves, so you're kind of in the same boat. I mean, any information that you can provide, there's a lot going on.
I pull up that symbol, the grounding totem again. Does this mean anything to you?
It is a trinket, I think. Object of belief. Maybe they thought it could protect them. People used to carry such trinkets for me as well.
But would it be protection from something or protection for something? We found it buried with one of those pieces that Alyndra said. Was it to keep the relic safe or to keep the people safe from the relic?
Who can say?
I was hoping you could.
Well, listen, just because she's celestial and super powerful doesn't mean she knows everything, okay? So, anything you can provide. So you said you know about Kretzala, and that there's a bunch of them. So can you tell us more about what kind of creature Kretzala is?
Beyond the barrier, the ocean is riddled with giant sea worms. Occasionally, some come through. I think there is a breach.
What kind of barrier?
An old one.
A big wall or a magic thing?
A magic thing.
Okay.
Somebody said somewhere along the way that Kretzala might be from another plane, like emerged from a whirlpool or something. It was part of the legend. None of it made sense.
Something has torn a hole in this fabric. If you close the hole, no more legendary worm.
So if it's a magical barrier, where would we find it to repair it?
Out past the furthest deep.
And how do we repair it?
That I will have to think on.
Oh,
we would appreciate any help you might be able to give us.
Absolutely. Or maybe that's what the turtle lady knows. I mean, that's her domain, right?
Is there a way to help her? You said she's in trouble.
Or find her. She's calling our friend.
She has not had an easy go of things.
Who has?
Her brood has had a hard time surviving.
I think Daisy helped with that a little bit, right?
She looks at Daisy's little stick drawing and she kind of looks amused and she's like, her brood is much larger. And your mind would go to those giant turtles you carried into the ocean. She says, they have many enemies and are peaceful. And that is usually not a good combination. People will kill for the silliest things. Shells.
Orkira will look over at Penelope as she's translating all of this, and then as she finishes translating, Orkira will say out loud, looking at Penelope, well, we're very good at protecting those who can't protect themselves and being heroes, right?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Wait, okay, hang on. I apologize, lady. I don't use her name because she's names are weird. So I'm like, we haven't been here very long, only a few weeks, and my friends have been here even less time. And it seems like so much is happening that the Baron Mother was here and collapsed the mine on the miners. And now Kretzala is coming and there's this foot buried out in Millie's farm. And there's people out in the salt flats and a robed woman that set all of this in motion. If you watch over the safety of these lands, who do you believe the true enemy is?
It's difficult to say because this place is a punishment.
Excuse me?
It did not always used to be this way, but the people who are cast here are usually cast here as punishment.
You see, Freely literally stands up because he fell out of the sky and does not know how he got here. And he's like, wait. No. I died protecting my friends.
Are we being punished?
I want to be punished.
What did we do?
What? I was born here. Is this what it feels like to be Australian?
Australian?
What?
Orkira,
that sounds made up.
Wrong?
I don't know what we did. I don't know if we did anything. But I mean, I've got plenty to feel guilty about, but I didn't think I'd been sent anywhere to be punished yet. Anyway, what do you mean this place is a punishment? What is this place?
My theory, anyway. We used to be a part of the mainland, but then we angered God himself. And so he bit off the peninsula and spit it as far as he could into the middle of the great abyss of the ocean. And here we float.
And there's a big magical barrier that protects you from giant sea worms, but has a rip in it. Okay. Which god?
That is beyond even my age to know.
So we are on an island,
and
the children are being punished. The innocents are being punished. That doesn't seem like justice to me.
No, I try to correct it if I can, in the way I can.
By helping the children fight back, I guess.
I think Daisy, you notice her like kind of struggle with the name, is too young to carry this burden. But this burden was placed upon her by another, not I.
He meant well with this burden.
You see her tone change a little bit, and she says, in the grand scheme of things, intention matters for little.
For what it was worth, I was against it too, but like I said, he meant well.
And she like looks down at Daisy by her side, and Daisy's like eating cookies and has like, orange juice on her face. And she just like takes her hand. And like I said, her skin is almost like translucent. It's like a sea foam green color. And she just kind of like wipes and she says, always sticky.
That's part of the punishment of being a child, I think. Well, okay, so one problem at a time. We can't fix the entire peninsula. We can't fix everything, but we can work on the hole in the magic barrier to stop the worm, and we can work on whatever's causing all the bad stuff to happen. So, yeah, one thing at a time, right? And then later we'll try to find the god that bit off a peninsula.
She kind of like looks very nonchalant about all of it. She says, we play our best with the hand of cards we are dealt. And she looks at Daisy. She's like, no, that's not it. You have to say, you got to, when you're playing poker, you can't choose your hand. But, and she like stops her. She says, no, please. And she's like, well, if you're going to say it, if you're going to use a Daisyism, you got to do it right. So if you're playing poker, you can't choose your hand. You can only choose how you play it. And she just says what the child said.
So if our hand includes that creature that you say is a danger, how do we stop it? The
creature is already through. But if you repair the barrier, you can prevent this from happening again. Or maybe
that would be Kretala, but the creature with the
drive
claws.
It through The creature with the what? Sorry.
The claws. The one that was broken into pieces that she said was a threat. Because she said Kretzala wasn't really a threat in the long term, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the other one was.
Mm-hmm. She looks at it and she says, well, it's not a threat if it stays like this. And she kind of motions to your like minor illusion.
Not a threat because it's dead. Not a threat because it's in pieces. Not a threat because it's just a minor illusion that she's putting her hand up and doing the minor illusion thing, which I gotta learn how to do because that seems really useful.
But you like put people back together again that are dying. I think that's fairly practical also.
But we shouldn't put this thing back together.
I guess not.
Seems to be what I'm hearing. I would like to insight check her though.
Yeah,
she's a celestial. That don't mean that in celestials can't. That's a big old 9. So yeah, this all seems legit.
Yeah, it's actually the opposite. It doesn't even seem legit. She's just so matter of fact about things that it's hard for you to read her at all. It's also hard for you to tell if she's particularly bothered or concerned with anything.
Freely leans forward and he's like, I think the one thing that I do understand about you, ma'am, is you're concerned with justice, right?
Balance and justice. Yes. What is fair?
It doesn't seem like what's been happening to these people is fair, or that this punishment is fair. If we can stop whoever is hurting everybody at Hinge, at Port Argent, maybe the Marids, if it's all related, then we will have brought balance. Can you tell us anything that is going to help us? Because yes, you have informed us that things are actually much worse. There's multiple worms and also a cosmic rift, and maybe we're in a divine prison. Oh, okay. But can you tell us anything that might help us?
It is difficult for me to help the people of this port you speak of, as that would be involving myself in a conflict of which it's not right for me to take sides. The people of the ocean and the people of the port have warred many times, and even now they battle.
I just put my hand on Daisy's hand and I say, with respect, ma'am, you've already taken a side.
She like, when you say that, she kind of looks like, cocks her head to the side and like looks at Daisy and she says, in the child's case, I was merely correcting an unfair punishment.
Okay. Do you know where we can find the turtle lady?
Yes.
Moment.
That will help. We'll go see the turtle lady. Turtle lady was probably gonna know a lot more about the ocean, about the worm, about the barrier, about all that. So that would
Wait, the people of the ocean are at war with the people of the port?
I was wondering if anyone's going to pick up on that.
I mean, we knew they caught Hank originally. He thought we were going to kill him right then. Yeah, like this cooperation is new. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you asked that, Alyndra, she does allude that they've fought before, and our party knows that they've fought before. But she does say that they fought now. And when you ask this, she says, yes, they brought down and she like looks at Daisy and she's like, trying to describe it with her hands. And Daisy's like, a fishy boat. They took a fishy boat and into the hatching grounds. We're not supposed to take them. And then there was a fight, and then the fish people, they broke that, and now they're fighting out there, and that's what I'm traded for. But we have to maintain neutrality in this matter at this time. And you just see like her patron kind of nod.
Do you think that the war is serious enough that they would have torn the barrier?
The barrier was torn some time ago. What tore that, I cannot say.
we knew about the fishing boat. Remember when they were showing us the swan boat and they said that a fishing boat had gone missing and they didn't know what had happened? Now we know what happened. All right, we really need to go.
Grandmother is not the best option right now, then.
No, I think we do. I think we got to do both, because if they're still fighting with each other, we need to stop the fighting before we can fix things. So no, I think still talking to Grandma and Turtle Lady is a good thing. I should really learn all of their names. Yeah, I should work on names. Anyway, yeah, if you could tell us where the Lady of the Ocean is, that'd be great.
Your colleague, so that we might try and help.
She says, she puts her hand on yours freely, and as she does, you almost feel like a tingling, like a soft, almost like minty feeling in your flesh. And she says to you very kindly, she says, "I know this is a heavy burden for you all to carry, but I do think the Turtle Lady will help you. She knows a lot, and she is better suited to the deeps than I am."
Well, if you can help us get to her, and she can help us that much, then you've helped us a lot.
And she motions to Daisy. Daisy goes into one of her little makeshift cupboards. I say makeshift because it's kind of made out of driftwood. It's been slapped together, kind of rickety. And she opens it and she pulls out a little map of the coast. And she looks at, she makes some corrections to it. And Daisy's well, I mean, that's hearsay, ma'am. I think it's here. You see her move Daisy's hand again and draw the line again a second time and kind of correct the sort of handmade map that Daisy's put together. And she marks the spot kind of sort of far out from the coastline with an X and says, "There."
Can we take the map? I just hand it to Alyndra.
I will take the map.
Thank you.
And she says, "You don't have much time."
We never do.
We never do.
And she says, "She comes up for air, but something is holding her."
Oh no. Oh no, now we really gotta go help her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll go right away.
Freely literally stands up and he says, "If we need to speak to you again, is there some way to find you or get you a message?"
She nods and she just puts her hand on Daisy's head. I don't know if I don't feel like I'm your secretary. I feel like I'm your business partner. That's a little bit.
We're all just interns, my friends. We're all just interns.
Well, I feel like maybe we're partners, and you just see the lady doesn't even acknowledge the remark. What did you say?
He freely very much is we gotta go. Maybe we can find Avren and Sofieus and get ready to head out into the ocean.
Yeah, let's go.
He seems distinctly bummed though. Getting up, having found another piece of this thing, met her, and still just having more questions than answers. And he is not a cerebral boy. Mm-hmm. So he's just let's go. Probably gonna die in the water finding a turtle god.
As we're all going out, I'll look back at her and in Celestial say, "Thank you for all your help. Really appreciate it."
And she says to you, "Thank you for yours."
I mean, that's what we do.
What did we do?
Is there anything specific you need us to do other than what we've discussed? Anything that you want?
thinks for a moment and she's like, I'll think about it. Then you see her turn and say, so what have we stolen this week? And Daisy's like, actually, I have to head out because I think Alyndra and Freely need me for something. And as she kind of like walks towards the hatch with you, you just see like one single finger kind of like reach and grab the back of her shirt, kind of drag her back a little bit.
Confession's good for the soul.
I'll look over at Daisy and repeat and say, they always know. They always know.
As you leave, you just hear her say, Craven, what happened to No Man Left Behind? What happened to No Man Left Behind?
You're just lucky I didn't cast Zone of Truth.
Betrayal can never be forgiven.
Remember how we redefined man on the battlefield? You did this to yourself, Daisy.
Let's go find a giant turtle lady god.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is where we'll call it for tonight's episode. The lore-heavy episode of Silver and Steel.
I love it.
Yeah, that apparently we're in purgatory. Oh, okay, great.
Like you do.
I am totally
Happy Tuesday.
I'm totally fascinated that because like I'd always pictured Celestial as being like throat singing where you hear the overtones.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm so fascinated now by like all the different versions of Celestial that I've been hearing about. But this is literally the first time in the years that I've played Orkira that she's been able to speak Celestial at all to anybody.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because her god is primordial, but she's a cleric, so.
Freely is like super pissed off that he's like, he died a hero's death. How dare you imply that he's imprisoned?
I definitely broke the immersion a few times with Daisy's jokes. She's just the perfect character to make those jokes.
100%.
Australia almost broke me.
Yeah. That's an else chance. Sounds made up. No one would live in such a place.
So I'll say since we're at the end of that would be very weird. Since we're at the end of the episode, I'm going to ask what we want to call the episode. And while we're thinking about this, I'll do the Todd thing because he's not here to do it and say, hey, we got to the end of the episode without a legendary bundle.
No, we did.
We did have a legendary bundle.
We did.
I totally forgot. I rolled the natural 20.
True.
I don't roll natural 20s. I forgot. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Give one away anyway. Give a Thanksgiving.
Yay!
We're going to give away what we want.
Exactly. Orkira rolled, like, when's the next time Orkira is going to roll a natural 20? Never. So give away 2.
Wow.
No, like one now and one when she. Exactly.
What's funny is I didn't think about the Australia thing until I described it, and I was like, "That's Australia."
Mythical, yeah, yeah, totally.
That's it. Yep. Well, yeah. Nothing but aboriginals out here. That's all it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In a strange way, it's probably actually good that Avren and Sofieus weren't here because would we have all fit into the tree?
Oh no, that goddess definitely would have smote Avren 100%. Like he'd have gotten lippy with her and gotten rolled up. Yep. Mm-hmm. And once I confirmed she was a celestial, I'd have been on her side. Same thing as Machete. Like I'm with her now. So whatever happens to you happens. Yep.
So for a title, we could do something like the Bubble Bobble plan.
Bubble Bobble.
We could do something with a No Man Left Behind.
I like that.
Like the Turtle Beach. Yep.
Battlefield.
Turtle Beach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach.
Battle of Turtle Beach.
I was thinking like
the Battle of Turtle Beach.
Storming the beach or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yep. But hey, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. If you can, please stay home. And if you've got to go out, wear a mask and wash your hands for the love of God. But please stay home. I get it's a bummer not seeing your family, but it'll be a much bigger bummer when you can see them never again. Please stay home.
Stay home this year so that you can go see them next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that in LA County, we went from 1 in every 1,200 people having it to 1 in every 250 people have it now. Great. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Please stay home.
Yeah. I do not have lesser restoration in real life. Please stay home.
Yo. Yep.
Some of us play the characters we wish we could be in real life.
In a lot of
like
our medical facilities our medical facilities are out of spell slots. So yes, please.
Yeah. I straight up canceled surgery because of what's going on. So please,
Yep.
Take care of the other people. Remember that everything you do has consequences for the rest of the world.
Yep. I mean,
and exponentially.
Two people just won legendary bundles, one right now and one earlier, and so now you have all the things on D&D Beyond. Go ahead and share that with all of your friends, and then go play D&D through, do exactly what we're doing.
Do a Thanksgiving game.
Do a Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
Hey.
Roll 20s on
dire turkeys.
There you go.
Dire turkeys, absolutely.
Dire turkeys. Bissell chickens, also valid. Also valid.
Cranberry gelatinous cubes.
And if you need inspiration for your campaign, Bob's Burgers has a great episode with killer chickens, the turkey run thing. Pretty great.
So funny.
Ooh,
that'd be a great one.
Yeah.
You could have the turkey that's being pardoned that you are defending and have to protect.
Also, that turkey's super guilty.
People.
It knows what it did.
No, it belongs in the purgatory with us.
I'm like, bring the turkey to justice. Yep.
The entire party are Aarakocra flavored as turkeys who are all defending actual turkeys. Wait, is that too meta? Yeah, this might be too meta.
True. I mean, Goofy owned Pluto, so hey, there you go.
We don't think about
Think about
that.
it. Think about it. That is something I've taken from you now. There you go.
I give it unto you willingly. Go forth and make us think about Disney things that don't make sense. But yeah, go be an Aarakocra turkey.
Or go watch the Twilight Zone marathon and get all of the inspiration for all of the campaigns.
Oh my God. I've been rewatching the Twilight Zone.
It's the best television show ever made.
Wait, that happens now? I thought that was New Year's that they do that.
I think they do both.
We have already run over, and we will literally stay here the rest of the night nerding out.
True.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, we
let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, let's say goodbye to everybody and do some quick shout outs. Jen, take it away.
Sure. I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on Twitter as @DreamWisp. You can find me here as DreamWispJen on Twitch. I am the creator of the Accessibility in Tabletop Gaming resource guide, which is in my pinned tweet. I'm an actor, producer, writer, director, all those things. And I have a new logo, which is very exciting.
It is very cool. It's a very cool logo.
It is awesome.
Very nice. Hope.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheHopeLaVelle. You can also listen to me play some D&D on the podcast Attackers of Opportunity, wherever you can find podcasts.
Very awesome. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find me as Obo Lauren on Twitter. I am the community manager for D&D Beyond, so you can find me wherever D&D Beyond is sold. Come by D&D Beyond and come play with us. We will be taking the next couple of days off as far as stuff. So Thursday and Friday, we will be dark on our socials and we'll be dark on Twitch because we're going to be at home, relaxing a little bit, but come back Cyber Monday for reasons.
There you go. B-Dave.
B-Dave Walters, I say words about things, especially without Todd here to mercilessly swaggerjack my catchphrase. Doing all sorts of stuff, doing a charity game on Friday. Dungeons & Dragons: The Dark and Wish Season 3 is returned, but we will be dark on Thursday because it is Thanksgiving Day. Just follow me on Twitter at B-Dave Walters. It is my honor and privilege to make these wonderful human beings laugh. So, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And as always, I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar. You can find me on my Twitch channel almost daily where I stream a morning talk show and then some video games. I'm currently playing through Hades. To keep track of all the different productions I'm on like this one, you can also follow me on Twitter. And I am here to proudly say I like the Mandalorian female armor.
We right before this started on my Twitter, we've having a glorious exchange. I won't spoil it from you. Come see Jasmine School People, and I love it.
I'm gonna have to go right now. I've missed out on this Twitter exchange, and I'm excited.
Everything she says and does is correct. That's all I have to say. Okay.
Bye.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is available now on D&D Beyond. Purchase before January 5th to unlock the Cauldron dice set, as well as character sheet backdrops, themes and frames.